The Sarge is back ready for some more military action, so today we're going to play Ikari Warriors on the Atari 2600, featuring some great artwork that teaches us that if you're ever shot in the arm, toilet paper makes an excellent bandage. Let's go ahead and take Ikari Warriors, pop it into my Atari 7800 Pro system, and see how this version holds up today. Let's go to the game. Ikari Warriors was published by Atari and carries a copyright year of 1989, which means it competes for shelf space with games for the NES and possibly the Sega Genesis as well. It is based on the 1986 SNK arcade game. The story in the manual copies the story from the 7800 version, where you are a combat specialist who has been stuck behind enemy lines for 2 weeks and you finally decide to stop procrastinating and finish the fight. Ikari Warriors is an overhead run-and-gun game for 1 or 2 players. However, in this version of the game, 2 players must take turns rather than playing together. Ikari Warriors on the 2600 only contains 1 mode of difficulty. When you start the game, you move your character with the joystick and press the button to shoot your gun. Holding down the button long enough will cause you to throw a grenade. You have a limited number of both bullets and grenades, but to make matters worse, when all you want to do is throw a grenade, you are forced to waste a couple of your bullets as you wait for your grenade to be thrown. There's also a tank you can ride and fight with as well. It uses fuel that is constantly going down and your grenades as ammo. It is not harmed by bullets but can be blown up if it's hit by grenades or if it runs out of fuel. You can exit the tank by holding down the button. If it blows up with you in it, you lose a life. One nice perk of the tank is that when you voluntarily leave it, your bullets will be refilled. There are also S icons in the game that if you walk or drive over them will refill your bullets, grenades, and fuel if you're in the tank. There are 4 main enemies in the game. Soldiers, which can be taken out by bullets or grenades, tanks, helicopters, and pillboxes, which can only be destroyed by grenades. You are able to travel through water areas on foot but not in the tank. At the end of the game, there is a colonel you're supposed to rescue. This part was a little confusing to me, as the only time I reached him I threw a grenade, hit him, and was awarded 1,000 points. So did I rescue him by blowing him up? Or was it actually a special bad guy I hit? I really don't know. But whether you rescue or blow him up, the game simply restarts at the beginning. Scoring wise, you get 100 points for every soldier you destroy, 200 points for destroying helicopters and tanks, 300 points for pillboxes or gates, and either 200 or 300 points for taking out random buildings. You start the game with 5 lives and earn an extra life at every 10,000 points. Graphically speaking, I thought everything looked pretty good as far as the buildings and characters went, but the terrain itself was pretty simple. Music and sound wise, the sounds in the game were fine, but the music was out of tune and not that great. Why they simply didn't copy the solid music from the 7800 version is beyond me. The 7800 used 2600 sound for most of its games, and it wasn't uncommon for games that appeared on both systems to share the same sound and music. Family friendly wise, the game features plenty of military fighting action, but no blood. At the time of my research on eBay, there was only new copies that were selling, and they were going for $20 to $30 including shipping. So what did I think of Atari Ikari Warriors? Well, actually I thought it was pretty fun with some drawbacks. I didn't care for the music and the fact that you had to waste bullets to throw grenades, but the action was solid. On foot, you have to be careful as you approach enemies, as if you just run at them, you will quickly die. So this is more of a walk and gun than a run and gun. But I kind of liked it. I also enjoyed riding in the tank as well, which provided a refreshing change of pace. So where am I going to rank Ikari Warriors? Well, somewhere in the top 20. I would rather play Fast Food at 14, but I will give it an edge over the impressive Tunnel Runner at 15, so out of the 74 games I've ranked on 2600, Ikari Warriors is shooting in at the 15th position. Ikari Warriors is a solid action title on the 2600. If you enjoy retro-related videos, would you please click the like and subscribe buttons. You can now support the show through Patreon as well. Just go to patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Also, be sure to check out some of my many other videos covering Atari, Sega, Nintendo, and more. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, everybody.